increase our faith. This is stunning. Stunning, why? Because they're apostles. They're walking with Jesus. They're, of course, hip to hip with him, with miracles and all kinds of things going on. But they request from him, increase our faith. And we have to, because the church kind of cuts off the first part of Luke 17, which is the chapter that we're reading from in today's gospel. We have to go back and say, what are the apostles requesting their faith to be increased for? Well, the first 3 lines of Luke 17 say, Jesus said to his disciples, things that cause sin will inevitably occur, but woe to the person through whom they occur. It would be better for him if a millstone were put around his neck and he be thrown into the sea, than for him to cause one of these little ones to sin. Be on your guard. If your brother sins, rebuke him, and if he repents, forgive him. And if he wrongs you 7 times in one day, and returns to you 7 times, saying, I'm sorry, you should forgive him. Let that sink in just for a second. 7 times in one day, my brother comes to me, and he's wronged me 7 times, and then 7 times he comes back and says, I'm sorry. Jesus says, you should forgive him. That is stunning, shocking, contrary to everything that the world tells you. But this is the way of Christianity, the way of the disciples of Jesus Christ. If we are going to walk side by side with Jesus, we need him to increase our faith. And then Jesus takes it another step further. Not only are they asking for him to increase their faith, but then Jesus, in a sense, tells them, wait a second, would that your faith were the size of a mustard seed. You could say to this mulberry tree, move, and it would obey you. A miracle, a natural miracle. I have faith, and I can say to this mulberry tree, move, and it does it. Physically moves. How much more is it miraculous? Jesus is telling us. How much more miraculous is it that you can forgive your brother? You can call the tree man in Bowling Green and he'll move the mulberry tree for you. But you can't get somebody to force forgiveness on you, to make you forgive your brother, your spouse, your family, your friends, your brother, your sister-in-law, your mother-in-law, your kids, priests, religious, bishops, bosses, popes. Nobody forces you to forgive somebody. Forgiveness is a choice. Therefore, Lord, increase our faith. Because in that area, it's really hard. It's really hard unless we have faith. Unless we have faith, forgiveness is not possible. Because faith is a confident trust in the Lord and what he has done. So like, of course, the prophet Habakkuk in today's first reading, we cry out, faced with so many menacing sufferings in this life, war, injustice, sufferings. We cry out throughout history. Mankind has always cried to God and said, Lord, why do you not intervene? Why do you seem absent? The cry of sorrow comes from this prayer of the prophet Habakkuk, but it comes from all of us in so many different situations. Lord, where are you? Even Pope Benedict reflected upon this cry of suffering when he visited Auschwitz in 2011. He said, God is silent, and this silence pierces the soul of the person praying, who ceaselessly calls but receives no answer. God seems so distant, so forgetful, so absent? Where are you, Lord? Why do you not intervene? Why do you seem so absent? Did you hear in our first reading how the Lord responds? He says, wait. Oh, if that doesn't pierce your soul, every single prayer that you said, where are you, God? Why are you so absent? Do you not care for us? Are you not taking care of me? The Lord says, wait. Wait. Why? Because that's where faith comes in. In the darkness, that's when faith is needed the most. Have you ever turned the lights off for your kids as they go to bed? 2 more minutes, Mom, 2 more minutes. Keep the lights on, please, 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 please. Why? Because I don't like the dark. I don't like it. It's scary. I can't see what's going on. I don't know what to do. And what do? You turn the lights off. With the door open, you turn the lights off. And you say, I'm right here. I'm right here. You're literally saying, put your trust, son or daughter, in me. I'm in control of the light. I'm the one that's closing the door or opening it. You're tucked securely, safely in bed. And mommy and daddy are outside of that door defending you. Do you trust? Do you have faith in me as your mom and dad? Even more so, a God who is almighty, all-knowing, can do anything and everything, performs miracles, sent his son to suffer and die for us, gives us a guardian angel that we just celebrated this week, that you have a heavenly power, a messenger from God on your behalf before the throne of heaven that walks side by side with you as your big brother to care for you, guide you, protect you. Even more so, should we trust in that God, who has shown us time after time in human history the mankind that has cried out for his mercy and love and has received it, that has been in exile, that has been on pilgrimage, that has gone to foreign lands and been through holocausts and difficult circumstances and situations and time periods. And God says, wait, I will come swiftly. Be still and know that I am God. But we don't. We don't. We try to fix it. We try to open the door and peek out. Are you still there, Mom? Are you still there, Dad? I can't sleep. What's going on? It's okay. Go back to bed. I'm right here. I'm right down the hall. We worry. You still there, God? You sure? You sure you got this? You sure you can fix this? Wait. How about this thing too? It's been 20 minutes. Are you still there? We are restless in our distrust of God. Not just in the world, but we even as Catholics. We scour YouTube. We scour Facebook. We scour social media. We scour the gossip trains. We scour our friends and family asking, show me that God's not working. Show me proof that I can't trust him. I'll even pay you and be a Patreon supporter of you who are causing scandal in the church by making God distrusted among the believers or dividing the believers because I'm in that camp and not that camp. I pay people to tell me that God's not taking care of me. That's ludicrous. That is insanity. But yet, right now, they're taking their $12.99 from your credit card that you put in your PayPal account to help them promote whatever it is they can do to make this world unsure if God's really working in the church and outside of the church. We've got to stop that. We've got to stop it because it's wounding our trust. It's wounding our faith in God. We are literally saying, I like how chaotic it is. I want more. What? Who are we? Are we even Christian? Sowing division by our deeds, our actions, not converting our lives. Lord, why don't you intervene? I'm trying. I'm trying to turn the light on. I'm trying to show you that I love you. I care for you. If you would just wait and be with me. I'll be your rock. I'll be your refuge. I will be your shelter in the storms. He promises us throughout scriptures. So like Habakkuk, "O Lord, how long shall I cry for help, and you will not hear? Why do you make me see wrongs and look upon trouble? God, are you silent?" Well, in these difficult times, faith is how we have to be on guard. Have to. It was given to you at your baptism. As St. Paul told Timothy in our second reading, fan into flame the gift of God that has been given to you by the imposition of my hands. That's why at the baptism, part of the ritual, the rite of baptism, is the priest lays hands on the baby or on the adult or the teenager. Whenever you got baptized, you got hands on your head. Whether you knew it or not, you were crying or not, or you were scared to death or not. Fan into flame. If it is trickling, if it is just a little ember, fan it into flame. The gift that has been given to you. If you're struggling with faith, cry out to the Lord, increase my faith. Not don't take care of my problems. Increase my faith. Fan this into flame. I need to know that you are a rock star when it comes to handling difficult situations, Jesus. I need to know that you are the one who is my rock and refuge, that I can put trust in, not in anybody else. Everybody else is going to fail you, do something wrong, do something that is going to be horrific for this world, this country, your family, your friends, your job, your marriage, your kids, whatever it is, they're going to mess it up. God's the only one that is outside of time that can make up for what is lacking. He's the only one we can put our trust in. So again, the wiles of sin will be there. Things that cause sin will inevitably occur. Jesus said that, promised it. He is the truth, therefore I can bank on it. But woe to the person that sin occurs from. Woe to him or her. But you, my disciples, be on your guard, because forgiveness is what is necessary, and forgiveness is only possible through faith. Only possible. Otherwise, revenge, retaliation will come into play. Forgiveness only comes through faith, and that is more miraculous than moving mountains. Jesus uses that. So Pope Leo said today, "Indeed, it is enough to have faith the size of a mustard seed in order to do unimaginable things. Therefore, there is life, a new possibility of life and salvation that comes from faith, because it not only helps us to resist evil and to persevere in doing good, but it transforms our lives so as to make them an instrument of salvation, that even today, even in these circumstances, even in your circumstances particularly, God wishes to bring about salvation in this world by faith. It is the instrument of salvation. It is the bedrock of our belief in Jesus Christ. And you know as well as I, because there have been many examples in your life and in mine and in the history of the church in worse times than right now. These times are unprecedented with AI, the digital age, and everything, unprecedented. But there have been some pretty horrific times in the church and outside of the church. But you know as well as I that people who live in faith, they are the strongest. They are the most secure. They are forgiving people because of what God is doing in their life. And those are the people that I want to surround myself with. I don't know about you, Those are the people I want in my ear. Those are the people that I want to walk with, that I want to hear their story, that I want to love them. People who walk by faith, even though there is darkness in their life, even though there is suffering, they say, Jesus, I trust in you. Those are the little rocks, the little Jesuses in my life, not those who are manipulative, those who accuse, inside the church, outside the church, those who blame other people for the problems in this world. The people who have faith take ownership. They change their behavior. They do something about it. What's happening? They are on their knees praying about the things that they can't do something about. They're not on Facebook thinking that their post is going to change the world or change the mind of Donald Trump or anybody else. They're on their knees. They're before the tabernacle. They're people loving one another and serving the poor. And those type of people, Jesus uses an example today. I don't know if you caught it, but it's at the end. He says, we are unprofitable servants. So imagine just this little scenario. You decide after Mass today to go down to Cheddar's. What are the chances that when you walk and you sit down at the table and your server comes over, you go up to him or her and you say, I know you've had a hard shift. Why don't you sit down? Why don't you sit down and I will serve you? I'll go back and take care of Kim, who's having a bad day, or Bob, who's the cook, who just messed up all of my Reuben sandwich. No, sit down, my server. I will serve you today. No. You're like, where's my server? I need my coffee. Where have you been, Brittany? What's your deal? We've been here for 20 minutes. I've been waiting for my buffalo chicken wrap. We have to be like Brittany. We are unprofitable servants doing only what is expected of us, which is forgiveness and love, not taking it for granted. But we can take for granted that our boss, big B boss, the big boss, God, he will always pay his debts. He will always take care of us. He does not allow us to be servants for no reason. My shift never stops because love never ends. It's time for us to live like that. Live with the generosity of a servant of God, not a servant of Cheddar's, a servant of God, a Christian, a follower of Christ, a person who brings peace, love, joy, self-control, faith, hope, and love to this world, to your family, to your friends, to your workplace. Choosing the hard things, not because we like suffering, but because it's what Jesus does for us. So likewise, I must do for you, and you for me. This is our life. This is what brings us joy. This is what makes joy possible in the midst of terrible circumstances. And there are pretty horrific circumstances out there right now in your family and your friends and in this country. Terrible things that make us worry about who's coming in that door. Makes us worry about, am I secure? Are you enough, Lord? The answer has always been and will always be, He is enough. But I need to pray. I need to wait. I need to know that He is taking care of me. And Lord, increase our faith today and forever.